Hola a todos, ¿cómo están? Gracias por unirnos. Vamos a empezar a las 9 de la noche en Puerto Rico. Por favor, esperen unos minutos más. Vamos a añadir nuestra, la invitada de hoy. Hola a todos, ¿cuáles países están aquí? Hello, Myanmar. Hello, Indonesia. Hola Colombia, hola Venezuela, hola Puerto Rico, hola Boricua, hola Filipinas. Bueno, gracias por unirnos, gracias por por vernos. Espero que disfruten. Bueno, espere unos minutos más porque vamos a añadir nuestra, vamos a añadir a la invitada de hoy. Ah, no, no, no. Hola mis amigos, hola mis amores. Hola. Tenemos 39 viewers. Hello Filipino fans. Hello everyone. Thank you for joining. Gracias por unirnos. Gracias por vernos. Buenos días, buenas tardes, buenas noches, uh, wherever you are in the world. Hola a todos. I would just like to check. Michelle, ¿estás aquí? Antártida. Bienvenidos nuestros amigos de Antártida. Hola a todos. Bueno, es a las 9 de la noche en Puerto Rico. Tenemos que empezar. Hola a todos, ¿cómo están? Espero que todo esté bien. Bienvenidos a nuestro canal. Soy Carl de Sash Factor. Saludos de mi país, Filipinas. Bueno, intentaré introducir la invitada de hoy en español como homenaje no, a nuestros espectadores, pero voy a cambiar en inglés si no puedo más, porque estoy aprendiendo español todavía. Bueno, gracias por esperar y disculpen las molestias. Estoy muy emocionado porque tenemos una invitada, una visita, una candidata desde la isla de Encanto, Puerto Rico. Ella podría ser la próxima Miss Universo Puerto Rico y últimamente la Miss Universo 2021. ¿Están listos mis amigos? Bueno, les presento a Michelle Colón. Michelle, vamos a añadir a Michelle. Oh my God, disculpen las molestias, mis amores, mis amigos. Vamos a añadir, vamos a añadir Michelle. Espe- por favor, espere unos minutos más. Michelle, ¿estés aquí? Bueno, mientras esperando a Michelle, de nuevo espero que todo esté bien. Ah, Abrazos, saludos y besitos desde aquí en Filipinas. Es a las 9 de la morning, de día, aquí en Filipinas. So espero que Espero que todo esté bien para nosotros, para ustedes también. Michelle, ¿estás aquí? La mandé, la mandé, la mandé la invitación para la entrevista de hoy. Por favor, disculpen las molestias. Vamos a esperar por Michelle. La van. Tell my friends in Philippines, don't worry, we're going to switch in. We're going to switch in English later. It's just that for us to give hominai, um, give respect to our friends from Latin America, especially from Puerto Rico. We are going to try to introduce and speak in Spanish as respect to our friends from the Caribbean, from South America, and most especially in for our friends in Puerto Rico. Hola Michelle, voy a añadir una vez más. Añadir. Ah, hello Michelle. How do we do this? Okay. I think I think we're having some technical difficulties right now. We are going to return. We're going to return. We're going to try to. Oh, okay, okay. All right, all right. Michelle, if you could you see me? If you could see us right now, if you could ever so kindly send us an invite, I'd be more than happy to welcome you. Regretfully, my on my end, I already sent the invite. Ruth, Ruth, oh, gracias. Estoy aprendiendo todavía español pero quiero hablar en español con mis amigos hispanohablantes también. De nuevo, disculpen las molestias. Tenemos unos technical difficulties, pero vamos a solucionar ah, este, este problema. Hello, Michelle.
Hola.
Finally.
Hello.
Hola.
Oh
Hola,
my
chica.
God. I am so sorry. There was a connection problem, and then the app told me to update it, and I'm like, no, but the live was put to be at 9 p.m. But oh my God, I am so glad to finally be connected with you.
Thank you. The pleasure is mine. Bueno, me alegro que estés aquí finalmente, estés aquí con nosotros. Agradezco por el tiempo que me has brindado esta noche. Bueno, primeramente,
Oye, me encanta tu español. Es perfecto.
Gracias por todo. Pero brevemente, ¿cómo te sientes? How are you?
Okay. Well, I don't know if you want me to say that in English or in Spanish. I know that you communicate perfectly in
Oh,
both languages. So, which one do you want me to say?
all right. If that is the case, let me do my final phrase in English. Podríamos platicar en inglés, por favor.
Of course.
All
Well, I
right.
am ecstatic. I am so excited and especially honored to have this space so that every single person who follows your page can get to know the most authentic version of myself during this live. They can know my history, all of the things that I've accomplished, the ones that I want to accomplish later in my future. So I believe that it is a true honor to have this space to not only chat with you, but also with all of your followers. So imagine I am really living a dream being on this live with you.
Well, thank you so much for the opportunity. On behalf of the Filipino people and on behalf of Filipino pageantry friends, we welcome you to Sash Factor. And you know what? I'm drawn to your beauty. Oh my God, Dios mío, eres tan hermosa.
Ay,
Oh my God,
gracias.
you
Ang
are so
mabuhay,
beautiful.
babies.
All right. Now, let's begin for the interest of time. Please introduce yourself to our Filipino fans who are yet to know you.
Of course. Well, I am Michelle Colón. I am 21 years old. I am a student of my last year of college. I'm completing a double bachelor's degree of pre-medicine and biology studies because I envision myself being a doctor in the future. Most importantly, a surgeon specialized in dermatology because I've always had that
Oh,
passion since I was little. I went through so many stages of school bullying where I was constantly criticized by my physique, the way that I looked, and the way that I perceived myself. And during those stages, where for me were the most difficult times, I learned that I can make an impact through my story just by having an idea. And that idea was building my foundation, which is called Care Empowerment Program, where I believe in the philosophy of knowing yourself, actually loving the person who you are, getting to empower yourself and being an inspiration to the world simply by being you. So that is the person who I am. I always like to inspire others by being themselves. And I am in the, I would say, most precise moment where I can inspire others being in a competition like Miss Universe Puerto Rico. So I am Miss Michelle Colón, but I am also the representation of that Afro-Caribbean woman, which is Loiza.
all right. Thank you so much. I apologies. I'm having some technical difficulties on my end. It's
Oh,
my turn to have the technical difficulty. My apologies. Can you hear me okay?
yeah, of course I can. I
All
hear you
right.
perfectly.
Okay. All right. I think it's my headset. Is it? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can. I can. I
Okay.
can.
Terrific. All right. So those are a lot of things, but what resonates to me is that you want to show your inner beauty, and you want to use this platform to defend those who have been bullied, and you want to show to the world that here you are representing yourself, being your authentic self, standing on their behalf.
Of course.
Right. Thank you so much. You mentioned about bullying. We will talk more about it later. But my next question to you is: let's pretend that tonight is the finals night. Give us a glimpse of your introduction um, come finals night. Introduce yourself in a way you would come finals night.
Okay, the finals night in Puerto Rico, or visualizing that I am in Miss
Let's
Universe
let's
competition.
claim Miss Universe. Let's claim Miss Universe. How would you introduce yourself on the Miss Universe stage?
Of course. Desde la Isla del Encanto, from women who fight every single day to be authentic, to be proud of their heritage. I am Michelle Colón, Miss Loiza, Miss Universe Puerto Rico.
Oh my God, I'm having chills. I'm having goosebumps right now. Imponente. Eres tan imponente, mi amor.
Ay, gracias, gracias, mi amor.
Thank you so much. Now, give me three adjectives that will best describe you and explain it to us briefly.
Oh, wow. I would say first fun, because people around me always say that I am a very fun person to be around. energetic and creative. I love dancing. I love singing. I love doing paintings such as portraits, landscapes, because I believe that that is my way of connecting with my true essence, being completely at calm, and the way that I can express these talents in the best way possible.
All right, that's one. Give me two more.
Yeah. Well, I said the fun, energetic, and then the creative.
Yeah, my bad. Okay. My apologies. Now, my question to you is, now as I was able to watch your previous interviews, and you mentioned that you were a model before. And if you don't mind, if you don't mind, please share to us your measurements. Comparta con nosotros sus medidas y sus estaturas, por favor.
Claro. Well, mis medidas, I am 6 feet tall, 183 centimeters. But the last time that I fitted myself, I was 33, 26, and 37. Because of course I'm an Afro-Caribbean woman. I have the measurements from my Dominican mom. So I have that curve that many people characterize and love about, I would say, our geography, or the part that we were born.
See, well, I guess as they say, you have the curve, all the curves in all the right places.
Yes, exactly.
Siguiente. Paint us a picture of your childhood in Puerto Rico and your oldest memory, your oldest recollection of beauty pageants.
Thank God I had a very loving and supportive family. Since I said my mother is Dominican, my father's Puerto Rican, so I come from a multicultural family. I have learned to always hug that diversity that defines the Michelle that everybody knows and loves. But above all, I was also faced with a lot of hardships. Have I said before, I was faced with many years of bullying because I was overweight. I was the tallest of my class, including all of the boys. And I really didn't like the way that I looked because I had acne scars. That's why I want to be a dermatologist, because I know how insecure you can get because of the opinions of others, and how just having that self-value, self-love in yourself can change that perspective into just shining what is in you outward into the world. So I would say that my parents have always been there for me to support me in every step, every goal that I want to pursue. Being a dancer, every single summer camp, I would compete in the talent show, and I was so gratified to have a parent support me in so many ways, through loving me, through supporting me, and just being there for me. And now being Miss Universe Puerto Rico, I have always seen that little girl in me who I had many conversations with my parents about the moment that I want to be right now, and how it's becoming a dream come true. Having that childhood dream become a reality, it's something incredible.
Well, I'm very happy to see that even though you had it difficult, you had difficulties growing up, you're able to use it to become the very positive, the very empowered woman that you are. Now, they say you could be the next or the sixth, la séptima or la sexta.
Yeah, la sexta.
De Puerto Rico, pero ¿quién es tu favorito Miss Universo de Puerto Rico? Who is your favorite Miss Universe from Puerto Rico?
Oh my God. Every time that they ask me this question, it's so hard to choose from our 5 Miss Universe, because I always depict something from their personality that I can carry with me. But since I was born on 2000, Denise Quiñones, when she won internationally in 2001, I still remember seeing all of those videos that were taken from my family in Dominican Republic, my family here in Puerto Rico, and how we were all so united in joy, in having that celebration that Puerto Rico won. And especially being in a moment where I auditioned in a time where she was our national director, having that connection with her, and also seeing how her beauty, her poise, her elegance still carries on to this day after years of being crowned. she has always been a woman who I look up to and who I can actually pursue to be like, you know, because she embodies everything that the Puerto Rican woman is. She is strong, she is resilient, she is beautiful, she is talented. She is a woman of talent, and that is someone who I always aspire to be like. And especially imagine how she changed the world just by being herself.
Right. And I'm sure Miss Denise Quinones would be very happy to hear that she's your most favorite Miss Universe from Puerto Rico. But for the other four, please don't feel bad.
No.
She's just being honest.
I love Marisol, Deborah, Dayanara, Zuleika. They're all spectacular. But I even had the chance to do it was a mural for our town in Loiza where there were a lot of cases of domestic violence that were happening in the island. And in my town, they were doing a mural because one of my many passions is also painting. And I had to be there to support the cause that was happening in the moment. And she was also present. We painted together. We had a conversation about everything that was going on in our lives. So that's why I always say that I have a special connection to her.
Perfect. Thank you. Now let's move to another question. What are your hobbies? ¿Cuáles son tus aficiones, tus pasatiempos?
Ay, yo hago de mucho. I do a lot of things. I learned how to meditate ever since the pandemic because I learned that that was the way that I connected with my true essence in the calmest way possible. I really learned how to perceive myself in a different perspective. So that is something that I enjoy doing every single day. I meditate once I wake up, once I go to bed. I love dancing in any way that I can. Salsa, merengue, bachata, hip hop. Because I think that that's the most expressive way that my body can interpret music. And also singing every time that I can, even in the shower, when I have the opportunity to do a karaoke or simply being with my parents and I hear a song that I like, I always like to sing. So those are, I would say, my hobbies, accompanied with painting, which I do when I have the time because I like to dedicate, you know, that time where I have to myself and I can actually spend some hours doing something that I know will be like filmed forever.
All right, thank you. I hear you saying dancing. Well, when I think of Puerto Rico, I think of people dancing as well because it's the alma, the spirit, the
Yeah. It's our essence. Puerto Rico
exactly.
loves to party.
I couldn't agree more. Bueno, you mentioned about dancing. Aside from dancing, how do you maintain your body? ¿Cómo mantienes tu cuerpo?
Mm-hmm. Honestamente, I always look at it in a very holistic way. I exercise every day. I eat healthy because I believe that maintaining a healthy lifestyle can lead to excellent results. But I never want to look at something as a diet. I always look for it as a lifestyle that is redirecting myself into the goal that I want to achieve in that precise moment. So I always look for it in that sort of way. How can I better myself through the way that I condition certain disciplines, how I eat every single day, what I am putting into my body, and having that mental health aspect, you know, the meditation, is something that I really try to take care of every single day. It's something that I do on my daily basis.
I hear you saying mental health. So, how is your mental health thus far? As of today, how is your mental health?
Thank God my mental health has been amazing. Thank God. I am living a dream, being in this constant, you know, adrenaline of production, of filming, of having workshops, which is something so powerful when you can receive education and especially different pinpoints that you can educate in your life through these professionals that the Miss Universe organization gives us every single Saturday. So it's been connecting with my health in a very special way. You know, our physical health, our emotional health is something that I always stay put on because I know that when you have certain rushes in life, you don't have that as a priority, but it is always a priority to me.
Yes. All the more now in the time of pandemic, it's very important for us to take care of our mental health. And I'm very happy that you are advocating it as well. But my next question to you though is, what is your guilty pleasure? ¿Cuál es tu placer culposo?
Oh my God, I have many. I have many, and I say many because I have a sweet tooth. And my guilty pleasures, I would say, well, as in food wise, I love some chocolate, but lately it's been peanut butter because every Saturday at the workshops, they even give us like a peanut butter smoothie. And oh my God, I am devouring my guilty pleasure. Thank God every single Saturday.
All right. Well, I agree. I love peanut butter too. And also, I love, if I may share, though this is not about me, I love Reese's peanut butter cups. So,
That's what I was going to say.
I think we're going to be best friends.
Oh my God. Hey, a Reese's peanut butter ice cream. Those are my two guilty pleasures combined. Like, oh my God.
Tell me now.
I know, but hey, after the competition, I'll go and have a little scoop.
Okay. Bring us back to the point wherein you decided to join Miss Universe Puerto Rico. How did your parents react, and how are they supporting you?
Oh my God. They reacted in a very surprised way because I have always been a woman centered into my academic career. Since I was a little girl, I always envisioned myself being a doctor. That's why from 18 to 20 credits every single semester. I took every summer program. I took every single thing that I can to advance in my studies. And they always knew that I had that as a priority. But I had always had the dream of representing my island in Miss Universe Puerto Rico. That's why I participated in Miss Teen Americas, because they know that this time in my life, I have always dreamed of, and they have always supported me on my dream because it was, I would say, a dream, but now it is actually something that has a date, something that I have pursued and worked for every single day, and they have seen it. So they're very confident in the woman that I am, and especially the daughter that I have become to be during this whole process.
All right. Well, I wish to know who are the people behind your support system in this journey. ¿Quiénes son las personas que te apoyan en este viaje?
So muchos. There are so many. And apart from my integral team, you know, my makeup artist, the people who help me manage my social medias, my promoter, David Acosta, people who have joined my path into representing my town, Loiza, I would say that they are the most integral part of my whole participation because they're the ones who motivate me every single day with those messages of you can do this, not only for our town, but for yourself. You know, I have seen how little girls have looked up to me and said, I want to be like you, or I want to be Miss Universe Puerto Rico like you, or I want to be the first girl in my family to be in a beauty pageant. And for me, I even have goosebumps right now because for me, that is the purpose of my participation in a beauty pageant, to see that unity and love. And my whole support system has been my fan base, my, how you said, the people who work with me every single day, my parents. There are so many people during this path that I just have no greater word than to be thankful.
Brayden, I'm looking at you right now. I'm looking at the way you answer. And you know what? Creo que te miras a Catriona Gray ahorita. Me too, but I see Catriona right now, and it's not a bad thing. It's a good thing.
So, I love her.
The energy of seeing, that's the energy I'm feeling right now.
Right. She in one interview said that you need to focus on your goal because then you're going to waver in what you truly want to accomplish. So that is, oh my God, thank you for saying that because I love her trajectory during her I would say her reign as a queen.
Yes. Well, it's mutual admiration from two powerhouse countries. What can we say?
Yeah.
pandemic right now, tenemos en la pandemia ahorita, so, ¿cuáles fueron los retos durante la pandemia? What are your challenges rumbo al noche final?
Entiendo que muchos pasamos por momentos difíciles. A lot of us around the world faced many hardships, many moments where we couldn't find hope in tomorrow's success. But I believe that that is where our humanity came in place and where our social responsibility learned us a new lesson, which is to value time, to value the people that you have around you. And to me, that was something that I learned during the pandemic, that tomorrow is not guaranteed, but today is. What can you do today that can change other people's lives? What purpose can you find in the now that can make a legacy in the future? What can I do now is something that really struck me, and I really had to think and talk to myself about the importance of now, the importance of awareness, and especially the importance of having the unity in communities, which to me has always been primordial. That's why I chose to represent Loiza, because I know the unity in our communities, and especially Puerto Rico, because something that characterizes us is our resilience and our unity during difficult, glorious times, and that is something that I always want to represent, that energy that we carry with us at all times.
Okay, you know what? I'm talking to a winner right now.
Thank you.
You are considered the front runner. So how do you deal with pressure? ¿Cómo lidiar con la presión?
Hay una cita en español. There is, I would say, a quote in Spanish that is called, "Sin presión no se hacen los diamantes." Without pressure, diamonds couldn't be made. And I don't assume pressure as a negative thing. I assume it as a responsibility to the capabilities and the possibilities that I have during this transition of becoming Miss Universe Puerto Rico. So I never see it as something negative. I always see it as motivation to keep going, to keep aspiring for my dreams, and to always be an inspiration to others, because that is something so beautiful that I have learned in this journey. You know, the impact and the messages that I receive daily towards my participation that truly motivate me every single day to just keep going, keep being myself, and to pursue the dream that I have of being Miss Universe Puerto Rico.
That leads me to my next question. So, what keeps you going? What gives you the force to keep on going, to seguir luchando, seguir por la corona?
Además de todas las personas que me rodean, even though all the people that surround me, my foundation has been integral during my participation, because I have seen how people around Puerto Rico have commented about the way that with the initiative that I have taken place, with an activity that I have convoted, so that different people can also unite into what I want to do during that activity. It's been incredible to see what a simple idea as creating a foundation can do to the lives of so many people, and especially you being a part of it. You see the realities of different human beings, you know, what they're facing, what they want to share with another person, and being the person who receives that energy and especially bring it back into something even more positive has been my advocacy in life. I have found my true purpose in life, which is to help others, not only being a doctor, but carrying my foundation to the end of my days and bringing this aspect as Miss Universe Loiza, Miss Universe Puerto Rico, and especially Miss Universe. I know that I can just see myself creating a universal impact.
Right. Have you already scouted the competition? This is a very controversial question. Who do you think is the toughest competition thus far?
Wow, all of the girls are amazing. I have been able to share with them every single Saturday during these workshops. I have shared stories, We have shared very special moments of our past. And we always say that our true competition is ourselves. How can we better ourselves during the competition without actually looking at ourselves as rivals, but as, you know, friendships that are re-emerging through this competition? So I would say that it's a very powerful, girls, and anything can happen in that final night.
What I hear from you is you don't see them as rivals, you see them as queens, and you see them as sisters. Am I getting
Of course, they are my queen sisters. The queens are my queen sisters.
Right? Next is, what was your? So I see on your stories that you have a lot of activities so far. So what is your most favorite activity so far?
During the pageant, I will say that the workshops, because they have been able to mix a healthy lifestyle, meditation programs. They also had professionals teach us about that emotional intelligence, which I talked about earlier. The way in which we can respond to questions and answer the best possible way towards certain communities. So that has been a very growing process into the personality that I am becoming to be, because, you know, Michelle was just a simple student who wanted to be Miss Universe Puerto Rico at one time, but now having, I would say, these different disciplines that have been implied by the professionals, I would say that I am ready to go towards the world and face all the challenges that are in my way, because I have learned to go over them and to just be confident in myself.
All right. I hear from you earlier when you're answering emotional intelligence. So let me pop this question right off the bat. Which do you think? Would you rather be a person with high IQ or high emotional quotient? And why?
Wow. To high, I didn't hear the second part, but like a high IQ or?
Sorry, my apologies. Would you rather have, or would you rather be a person with high IQ, higher intelligence, or higher emotional intelligence? And why?
Wow, a higher emotional intelligence can get you to so many places in the world, where I believe that an academic standing is important, but having an emotional intelligence is superior, because you learn how to maneuver during different stages, or I would say things that happen in life where you maybe not be prepared. And you really need to know in the precise moment where you need to take action. And that's where our emotional intelligence comes into action, and where our personality, and especially the person who there yes, no worries, that's where our true person needs to take action and to say that I need to be completely present in this moment, because I need to make a decision now. And that is the importance of having a good emotional intelligence.
All right, I agree with you. I couldn't agree more. Now, let me give you a combination question. When was the last time you failed, and what did you learn from it? And consequently, conversely, when was the last time you succeeded, and what did you learn from it too?
The last time that I failed was, well, about an hour ago. I tried to do a hairstyle and it didn't work at all. Since you asked me the last time that I failed, well, that was really recent. I tried to do a half up, half down. It didn't go very well. But wow, something that I learned, or something that I faced that became a true outstanding honor for me, was the unity that I learned through being a representation of my town, Loiza, because that to me was my greatest accomplishment. You know, to see that through my participation and through just being the simple version of myself, which is Michelle Colón student, Michelle Colón daughter, Michelle Colón friend, in all of her aspects as being a participant in Miss Universe Puerto Rico. And knowing that I have made a change into the perspectives of so many people as to what a Black beauty queen should be, should look like, I believe that to me has been one of the greatest accomplishments that I have had so far.
All right. let's move on to the portion of this interview. We're going to give you some words, and I want to know what your thoughts are about it. So the first question is, what are your thoughts on lockdown?
They are necessary in the correct times. I believe that health should always be primordial, and we need to listen to the professionals when the time of science comes. Because being a woman of science, I believe that it is mandatory when the times are needed.
Great. Since you're a woman of science, my next two questions are about science too. Next is space. What are your thoughts on space?
Necessary. We need to take care of not only ourselves, but the people around us. And something so cost efficient could save our lives. So I believe that in any way possible here in Puerto Rico, it's already becoming mandatory on both inside and outdoor. So I believe that every single person who truly looks out for their health should also look for the health of others.
All right. Siguiente, vaccine hesitancy.
I respect it. I respect different people's opinions, but science never goes wrong. And especially when we see the results being more positive than negative, I believe that every human being should have that time to educate themselves and to know the different aspects that can compose of you being vaccinated.
All right. Next is body positivity.
Crucial in today's society. We always need to have that conversation with ourselves into how we want to be perceived in the world, but never lose our true essence. So that is something that I imply with my foundation. Know yourself, love yourself, respect yourself, and empower yourself. So that is something very important to me.
All right, siguiente, women empowerment. Since you mentioned empowerment.
Growing every single day. I see women in power becoming a more trending topic every single day. Once I read Twitter, when I read the newspapers, we see that we as women have not put into perspective our physical appearance, because our mindset is the most important thing in this world. And we can accomplish anything that we put our mind to.
All right. Equal work for equal pay.
My first thought, if I was governor of Puerto Rico, I have always said we need to have equal pay for the equal jobs of every human being, and we need to raise our salary. Human beings here have a purpose. Some are to work for and some are to work as others. So we always need to have that connection with our society.
All right. And finally, the most controversial one, transgenders in Miss Universe.
Needs to be accepted. The international organization already accepts trans women as women, and there shouldn't be human beings of a second option or being classified as a second option. We should always look ourselves as spiritual beings, and especially, you know, as women who just want to represent our countries and just be proud of who we are internally and both externally.
Perfect, wonderful. Bien hecho.
Gracias.
All right. We are now on the part of the interview. We're about to wind down the interviews. As they say in the song, some good things never last. So, to wind this down, my question to you is, primarily, ¿cuál es tu mensaje para la familia, los amigos, y los fans?
Wow. Gracias. Thank you. Salamat po. To every single person who has accompanied me during this trajectory of my participation as Miss Universe Loiza. To my family, I love you all so much. Thank you for always supporting me through every goal that I have in life. Through my friends, also for always being there with a message of positivity, of discipline, that I know that I can achieve this if I put my whole mind and soul into it. And especially every single person who has taken the time to know me, to watch my lives, to actually be a part of this journey, which I am so blessed to be in right now. So I have no greater word than a thank you to every single person who is here, knows that is here in a very spiritual and connected way, and especially can still confident in me and every step of the way after Miss Universe Puerto Rico.
Alright, siguiente. ¿Cuál es tu mensaje a la gente del pueblo que representa? To the town or to the district that you're representing for the benefit of our Filipinos.
This is for you, Loiza. This is for your communities, for every single thing that characterizes you, your tradition, your culture, and especially your essence. Nothing can compare to what you are, to what you can show to the world that we are, and especially I want to be that woman who raises the band of Loiza to the whole universe.
All right. My penultimate question is, please invite everyone to follow your social media accounts.
Yes. So everybody who is watching this, all of my social medias are at Michelle Colón. Facebook, Instagram, my Twitter is Michelle_M Colón, where you can also see everything that I share from news to personal goals. And you need to stay very tuned because the preliminary night is going to be the 26th of September and the final night the 30th. So everything is coming into place. Oh my God.
It's coming so fast. I wish you. Bueno, última pregunta. Completa la frase. Soy Michelle Colón y soy. I'm Michelle Colón and I am.
Soy Michelle Colón y orgullosamente de Loiza, Puerto Rico, yo seré Miss Universe Puerto Rico 2021.
Bravo, bravo. Bueno, ahora les presento una fuerte candidata. Si le quieran a Michelle ser la próxima Miss Universo 2021, por favor, votanle en todas las redes sociales. Bueno, esto es para hoy. Gracias por unirnos. De nuevo, soy Capellan de Sash y que les deseo amor, paz y bendiciones a todos. Que Dios te bendiga y buenas noches a todos. Good night, everyone.
Mil bendiciones. Mil bendiciones, mucho amor. Thank you so much for this interview, Carl. It has been amazing. I have spent it spectacular with all of the people. I have been reading your comments, even though I have been talking with you, and the support that I receive, not only from the Filipino fans, but also from all the fans around the world. I receive it, I acknowledge it, and believe me, I take it into heart, every single word that you said me. So thank you so much to everybody, and especially to you, Carl. Thank you.
You are welcome, de nada. Bueno, mucho gusto de conocerte. Que tengas buena suerte.
Gracias. Y linda mañana, because it's the morning in Philippines, but it is the night in Puerto Rico.
All right. Hasta luego.
Hasta luego. Salamat po.
Salamat. Besos.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.